Alright, so going from kit to cajon was difficult for me. As you can see, I've pimped out this cajon a fair bit, but I just started with the basic box originally, which is obviously just the 4 sides, and then you've got the stair wires up the top. I put a line of velcro around the top here so I can start hanging stuff. For example, this is an old drink holder off my old drum stool or drum throne, but now I put my shaker in it for quick access. And then I have this little castanet that I've rigged up with velcro. Sometimes it falls off, it's not perfect, but it has lasted a couple of years now. I used to also run a gooseneck off here, which is just like a bendy pole that you can rig a microphone from for that, but now I actually just sit in an instrument mic inside of here, inside of a sock, usually to stop the sound of it rolling against the wood on the bottom. And I originally started the cajon like how everyone does normally, you know. And then I found it a lot easier actually to sit with it on the side, because I like to spend a lot of time on this side of the cajon. So I can use my hand here if I'm playing keys on one hand, or if I use the shaker, I usually shake with this hand. I've been trying to rotate it recently just to get better with it. Your bum gets pretty sore sitting on a cajon for a long time, so I got this mouse pad, which actually doesn't cover the whole top of the cajon, so when I put it in the thing it can't get lifted off by the case. And it's not great, but it's a little bit, and it doesn't sit me too high off the cajon. You don't want to sit too high off the cajon with a cushion, because it makes you have to lean further down and your back does get sore, and ergonomics is one of the biggest killers of drummers, I think. Bad posture and things like that. So this is now my bass drum. This is now my snare. This is my hi-hats, which is what would normally be a kick. And then I use this to bring the snare out in the mix, because the hi-hat, the tam's at a frequency that helps cut through. So and yeah, it's essentially a drum kit.
Hi guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I sure did. So there's a couple of extra things he shared when he was packing up his gear that I didn't get on camera. The first, he said that even if you have a low quality cajon, you should still buy a very good case for it. Now a good case is something that fits a cajon perfectly, but is slightly higher. And in that space between the top of the cajon case and the cajon, you can put your tambourine and a whole bunch of percussion gear in there as well. And the second thing he mentioned for touring musicians in a cajon is that if you have a cajon, obviously you have the hole here to mic it up, and if you've got a whole bunch of clothes that you're taking with you on tour, you can just chuck them into your cajon, and that sort of acts as your baggage, so that way you can put all your clothes in there and have the percussion instruments between the cajon top and the case, and that's how you go on the plane with just one carry-on bag and tour the world. So enjoy that, and I will see you guys soon.